Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Aviation Podcast. This is episode 6 or 7? Today's headlines: United has a new livery, and we have more information regarding the MAX. I'm mTows40, that is Husky Gaming 365. First topic being the new United livery. Personally, I think it's literally the same thing, just new colors. So I'm really not that intrigued by it. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it's nice to see them finally, even if it still has the globe on the wing. I mean, it's nice to see that it's a little bit different, because I've been rolling with the same livery for years. Ever since they first merged with Continental, they've had the same livery for years. So it's finally nice to see them roll out with something new. I like the blue. I really like the new blue. I like it.
I think for me, I think my opinion will change when I actually see it. Obviously, this is on a 737 new gen, this livery, so we'll have to see it on the Airbuses and other airplanes before I can make a full official opinion on it. But right now, I'm really not having it. Let us know your thoughts on the comment section down below. Obviously, I will agree. It is a nice change. They were due for a new livery because they literally just took their colors and kept the Continental logo. They kept the Continental logo and they moved their colors and just put United on it. That's all they did when they bought them, 4 or 5 years ago now.
Because I think I feel like it's been more than that.
It's been a long time. I know it's been at least 4 or 5 years. Because it's been... I think they bought Continental right around the same time American bought US. God, I can remember going and spotting at the airport and seeing US Airways.
I remember seeing that iconic... I remember seeing the iconic US Airways all black livery landing at Lambert.
Oh my gosh. We were little when that thing... I remember that livery, and, we were both probably, kindergarten, first grade when that was the livery? Maybe a little older? I remember that livery well. That, deep navy blue, almost black. That's going back.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's the one, that really dark gray one they had. No, that's United. Remember United's livery from, the late 90s, early 2000s?
The Battleship Gray.
Yeah, that was... I was never really a fan of liveries. I do have to admit, we may not live in Ireland, but the new Shamrock livery looks amazing. The new Lingus livery.
Oh yeah, the teal and white.
That teal aqua with the white just looks really good on those airplanes. It's a nice change from their forest green over white. I'm sorry, but liveries just get old after a while.
Yeah, they do, and it's just nice to see
it's a nice
airlines come out with. However, I do want to see Delta come out with a new livery.
I don't know how would they really adjust their livery. I'd like to. If Delta were to do new liveries, I think they need to do special paint jobs like American and Southwest do. I mean, United, really the only fancy livery they have is the Eco Sky and the Star Alliance livery. I mean, American has the One World planes, but that's really just their only thing different is it says One World on the side.
And then Southwest does the state flags.
Yeah, I'd like to see more airlines do what Southwest does. American's got a couple of throwback paint jobs. Have an Astro.
U.S. Airways Heritage, Piedmont Heritage.
It's literally the U.S. Airways paint job, but it says American on it instead.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the Astrojet livery. In fact, I think they still have an old chrome livery somewhere.
I think the Astrojet is chrome.
I know, but I'm saying I think they have one of their old chrome livery too. A few of those left around. That there's one or two of them that are not MD-80s that they kept, I think.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, it's just nice when new liveries come out. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most controversial topic since the big news came out. Max. In a video provided via Boeing on Facebook, and I think it was on Twitter as well, CEO came out and said that he flew on a Max. The testing and training with the sim and test flights are done. He flew on a Max himself. They are getting closer to getting it recertified. In fact, I read an article last night when we're recording this on Friday instead of Thursday night. I read an article yesterday that says they plan to start getting the improvements done by the 29th of this month. So, Monday.
That's not too bad.
They want to start the worldwide official improvement process Monday. That's their goal. Start getting it recertified again so it can go back into service, because obviously there are airlines that are really mad. Southwest, Norwegian, just to name a few. Oh yeah, the airlines are beyond mad. Because this is it's a new airplane. And for those who don't know, the ride height didn't change. It is the exact same height as a standard 737 on its wheels. The only thing different are the engines. The engines go above the top of the wings. Slightly. Not by much, but the top of the engines are a tad higher than the top of the wings. Whereas an Airbus could put all new engines, because the Airbuses, if you've ever noticed, on their wheels are a lot taller than a Boeing. Which meant when Airbus did the Neo, they could put an entirely new engine, a bigger engine on it, and not have to modify the airplane.
Nope.
Boeing decided, we'll keep it the same. We'll keep it the same height as all 737s have ever been. Put bigger engines on it, and be perfectly okay with the top of the engine being slightly higher than the top of the wings.
Yeah, but it's when they did that caused some issues.
And then there is the bugs in the Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System, aka MCAS.
That screwed everything over.
Well, the first one, the Lion Air crash, they found it was a faulty sensor. Okay, Boeing puts out a big maintenance bulletin and says, hey, for those who fly Maxes, we need you to change your sensors. Well, then Ethiopian goes down, come to find out it wasn't the sensors, it was the software. And that's when FAA and the EA and whatnot had enough. Said, you know what? You're going to do this? You're going to hide stuff about your airplanes? We're grounding them. And until you fix it, they do not fly. Boeing was okay with that, but it should not have taken, here in the States, our president, it was an executive order that shut the Maxes down. It should not have had to have been an executive order. It should have been Boeing coming forward saying, look, it's something more than the sensors. Therefore, we're putting a service bulletin out that says, worldwide, Maxes are grounded. No, it took countries and aviation regulatory company, the EAA and the FAA worldwide to shut it down. where Boeing should have come out on their own and said, look, it's obviously not the sensors. It's something deeper. We need you to stop flying these airplanes so we can figure this out. But they couldn't have done that until the black box data came out. When it finally came out, by that point, countries are already saying, no, we're grounding the MAX.
Yep, and then the MAX groundings when a bunch of airlines were like, what are we going to do? They had to start going back to the gate, dropping off passengers, and having to explain what's going on.
Well, and here in the States, it was said that if they're already airborne, they can fly to their destination, and then they're done. You're parking them. In fact, Southwest, I think all of Southwest are kept out at Victorville. They're storing them out in Victorville. Because, fun fact, the reason the graveyard is in Victorville is because of the dry heat. The metal on the airplanes lasts longer if they keep them out in the dry sun like that. The metal parts and whatnot will last longer, which means they can use them for parts. Which, I bet you there are airplanes out there that are still flyable. In fact, even if they aren't flyable, I bet you there's airplanes out there that you could climb up into with a flashlight, find the battery button, click it, I bet you the airplane would pop to life. If the batteries aren't completely dead.
Yeah, and I don't really think they left the batteries in some of those airplanes. They probably took them out, pitched them, and at this point, it's probably just
that are still new that they haven't touched yet. I bet you could go out there, climb up in one with permission, with a flashlight, find the battery button or switch or dial, turn the battery on. I bet you the airplane comes to life.
Maybe for the newer ones, or maybe for some of the ones that's been out there for years, it's probably at this point it's probably just what people call the frame or the fuselage.
And a lot of the airplanes that have been out there for years now are either gone, or it's just literally the outer skeleton. No engines, no wheels, there's no electronics. Nature's taken over.
Pretty much.
But that's just the way it is. I mean, look, the military one's in Arizona somewhere. I forget where. But Southwest has a majority, if not all their MAXs in Victorville. And in fact, Southwest and American have all MAX flights grounded through late July, early August. So even if and when MAX does get recertified, they won't be flying them anytime soon. Because they still have theirs grounded. And worldwide, I don't know how long it's going to take for airlines to unground them, but that's how serious this is. But it's nice that there's finally light at the end of this tunnel.
Yeah, at least the thing I'm happy about is the fact that they finally pushed out a fix to hopefully try to avoid any future crash.
Yes, and we can hope this is the last one, and I'm going to go on a very narrow branch and say this. I think once they're back in service, in a month or two after they're back in service, people will forget. It might take a long time, but people are eventually going to forget about what happened. That's what Boeing wants. Boeing wants people to forget that that there were 2 MAX crashes and that the MAX had to be shut down. They don't want people to remember the MAX like that. And this, Airbus is making, I bet you Airbus is throwing a party still. Because I bet you they're making bank off their Neos with this.
Oh, you know they are.
Well, that's really all we have for today. Just the new United livery and the update on the MAX is really the only big news there really was. I don't have anything else. I don't know about you, Husky.
No, not really.
Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode. As always, thanks for watching. Once again, reminder, there's no guarantees there's gonna be one every week. There just happen to be enough surrounding the Max, and now that all the hints and haunts at a United Air new livery for United came true, we thought we'd come out and talk about it. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, smash that thumbs up, leave your thoughts down below. And as always, feel free to recommend stuff for us to talk about, and we'll try to incorporate it. Take care.